Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just close your eyes. That's it. When you breathe in deeper than you normally would. And when you breathe out, just make that outward breath longer and slower. That's it. And then breathe in this wonderful feeling of relaxation. Breathing in relaxation and exhaling any worries, any stress, any tension. And when you breathe in, just imagine breathing in a glowing color, perhaps bright yellow or orange, and imagine breathing in a color of confidence and courage. As you breathe in that bright color, feel all of that confidence and courage going in, and as you exhale, notice a shadowy color leaving your body, and those shadows represent any worries or anxiety. Just feel them leaving your body as you breathe out. Breathing in that courage and confidence, and breathing out worries or anxiety. And the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the deeper you breathe. Eyelids feeling heavier and heavier. Breathing slower and slower. Arms and legs just feeling very relaxed and loose and heavy. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine you are in a futuristic room. And somewhere in this room is a virtual reality headset. And you get to play a game. A game of 7 levels. Each level slightly more challenging than the last. But this game is simple. When you complete one level, you level up and start to play the next level. And when you complete all of the levels, you've completed the game. And when you complete the game, things that may make you feel worried or stressed will no longer make you feel worried or stressed. Things that used to make you feel anxious will no longer make you feel anxious. Because when you do the thing you used to not be able to do, all of the anxiety goes away. Fear and courage do not coexist. That if you feel the fear and act courageously anyway, the fear disappears. So imagine, with that virtual reality headset on, you are now accessing level 1. I want you to imagine you're in your home, and on a sunny day, just imagine going for a walk to the nearby lake. A slow, enjoyable, relaxing walk. And maybe you see other people walking their dogs. And maybe you see ducks or swans there in the lake. And maybe there is things to see or do when you get to the lake. But I want you to notice that as you imagine walking towards the lake, you feel relaxed. You feel calm. You feel confident. You feel that you can handle this very easy challenge. And if you could imagine walking around the lake and then returning home, just let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And you've completed level 1. And see on the screen the words level 2. So imagine perhaps being a passenger in a car being driven to a new shopping mall. The challenge here is to walk around the shopping mall, see the different shops, maybe get something to eat, and then before you leave, just use the public toilets. Perhaps a number 1 and number 2, or even both, and then leave. But imagine that this little walk around the shopping mall doesn't make you feel anxious, it makes you feel curious. Makes you feel intrigued. You've never been to this shopping mall before, and you want to see if it's different here compared to other malls you've been to. And if you could imagine spending a couple of hours at a new shopping mall and enjoying that walk around the shopping mall, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And you've completed level 2. So now let's imagine it's the beginning of level 3. You're no longer in the shopping mall. You are approaching a forest. And maybe it's sunny, and maybe it's cloudy, and maybe it's cold, and maybe it's warm. But I want you to imagine this isn't just visiting a forest, it's hiking in the forest. Not just following the pathways, but following a different route. Maybe a route that nobody's ever walked before. I want you to imagine as you breathe in and you breathe out, breathing in that forest air, seeing all of those leaves, having a sense of relaxation, being away from normal life. Being away from the house makes you feel relaxed and calm and comfortable. And then you realize you've been walking around the forest for a while and you need to go to the toilet. So imagine you have some toilet tissue nearby, or maybe some wet wipes. You find a private place where no one else is around and you just go to the toilet there in nature. And notice how easy it was. It's as natural as can be. If you think of the forest animals, or even your ancestors from thousands and thousands of years ago, you're not doing anything that they didn't do. And when you can imagine hiking around the forest, going to the toilet if you need to, and then returning home, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And you've completed level 3. And now level 4 is about to start. Imagine packing your bags, about to go on a skiing trip. Packing whatever you need for this few days away. Imagine arriving at the ski resort, And notice, this challenge is all about lots of little challenges. Trying things you've never tried before. Different routes, different styles of skiing, a new trick, a new technique. Just imagine this holiday is all about you leaving your comfort zone, deliberately choosing to do challenging things, not because you need to do them perfectly, just attempting the challenging things is more than enough to pass this level. So if you can imagine a few days at a ski resort and feel that you're choosing to do difficult and challenging things, and that makes you feel like you're growing, becoming braver, more courageous, you feel that your life is expanding, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. And you've now completed level 4. Level 5 is about to begin, and just imagine an amusement park, a theme park with fast rides and tall roller coasters. The challenge here is to find the fastest rides or the highest roller coasters and do as many as you can, knowing that the more you do, the less anxiety you will have in the future. You don't mind queuing a bit, but you notice each time you do a ride that you are feeling scared about, the tiny anxiety on the first go disappears if you do the same ride a second time. And that is just like life. That if you do something challenging, it becomes so difficult to feel the same emotion if you do it a second time. And when you can imagine getting in a roller coaster and going all the way to the very top and feeling excited as you go down and perhaps loop around, feel exhilaration. If you could imagine riding a roller coaster like that, and as you leave, feeling a sense of bravery and courage and confidence, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. You've completed level 5, and now level 6 is a school trip. You're not sure where exactly, but allow your mind to fill in the blanks as you imagine taking a coach ride and feeling that you can enjoy the coach ride, no matter who you're sitting next to or who else is on the coach. You feel that you can really enjoy that coach ride. Or maybe you feel so relaxed you can sleep through part of it. Imagine arriving at the accommodation, finding where you're going to sleep, feeling relaxed, calm, and confident. You feel like this is relaxing for you. It's about fun and relaxation. And maybe you can think of different activities, perhaps being on zip wires or high walks. And imagine doing these challenging things and not only not feeling anxious, but feeling like you can really enjoy it. And when you can imagine a school trip like that, where you feel like you're learning and growing and expanding, let me know by nodding your head. That's it. You've completed level 6 as you feel a huge sense of satisfaction of confidence, knowing that you are evolving, becoming more and more confident with each level accomplished. But it's now the final level. And just imagine you have an appointment, maybe with a doctor, a nurse, or maybe with a dentist. And I want you to get a sense that there is a procedure that requires some form of injection. But here's the thing. People that feel anxious about injections think about the injection. And those people that don't choose to think of all of the other things there are to think about. Maybe they listen to music. Maybe they read something. Maybe they're playing a game or just lost in their own imagination. They just don't look or think at the place where the injection will be. So I want you to imagine it's time for the injection and it's just meaningless to you, of no consequence whatsoever. You're looking in a different direction, and maybe you're even imagining being somewhere else, not even in that room, not even in your own body, only returning when the procedure is done. I want you to get a sense that by thinking about it in this way, not thinking simply means that all you're now dealing with is a tiny sensation that lasts just a second or two. So imagine you're looking the other way, and before you know it, they say it's finished. And that's all it took to accomplish the most difficult level, level 7. And when you can imagine that happening, that you have whatever injection you need for dental or medical reasons, let me know by nodding your head. Now it's in. And you've completed level 7. But I want you to imagine there's one final level in this game. And that is that you imagine seeing your future self 1 or 2 years in the future. Notice what age you are. And just observe as you see yourself doing all of the things that in the past would have caused worries or stress. I want you to visit that future where none of these things bother you anymore. Because you know that by passing these levels and accomplishing these challenges, the anxiety went away and never came back in the same intensity. And when you can see the future the way that you want it to be, let me know by nodding your head. And now it's time to leave. So you find yourself back in that futuristic room, taking off the VR headset, placing it down, but noticing an absence of any worries or anxiety in your body. You feel free, you feel relaxed, you feel calm and you feel confident. You feel that this is easy for you now. And you're looking forward to doing what you did in this imaginary game, in reality, to turn fears and anxiety into courage and confidence. So take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connect fully into the here and now. as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.